Good morning and welcome to pre-market report for Thursday 11th August 2022. Now before we dwell into pre-market report, I would like to remind you that you can subscribe for my market related services at 10% off until the Independence Day. So if you're interested, then do subscribe for them by WhatsApping on the number shared in the information box below. Now when we look on the global news front, there's nothing much, as the major news last night was that the US inflation rate had eased down to 8.5%, and the Federal Reserve said that they will continue with further rate hikes. Now, this technically in a normal market would be negative news. However, this news did cause the American market to have a rally, and due to that we are looking at a further gap up in the SGXNIFTY. Now, on the Indian economy front, basically India will start supplying petrol that has been blended with 20% ethanol from April, which a lot consider a big positive. And then also the bank credits rose by 14.52%. So that is basically all for the news front. Now when we come to the indexes, we see that Nasdaq, as I said, had a good rise. It still stayed within the range it has been trading in from basically 1st August, as it could not break out of the range, as the last candle is the future right now, which is open, but it could not break out of the range. So it's going to be, if it does break out of the range, then it will go for this resistance level of mine. If it does not break out of the range, then it will continue hovering around here. The next is the S&P 500, which the S&P 500 had a clear breakout of the range, and basically the former resistance was here, and even the candles were maximum popping up about 30 points above the conscious level, and this has had a very good breakout. And if the breakout were to continue today, then it will be heading towards the 200-day moving average in the daily chart. However, if it were to fall to today, then it will naturally come back to the resistance level, which I had shared earlier. Next is the Dow Jones. The Dow Jones and S&P had a good breakout, as I said, and both, if they continue the up move, will be reaching the 200-day moving average in the daily chart. Basically, that is it on the global indexes front. Now, on the local indexes front, the Banknifty and Nifty basically are looking at a gap up today, and the Nifty is right now trading 215 points above yesterday's closing. That will be a huge gap, and will hit my next resistance level in a big way. So it will be interesting to see whether we are able to crack above that point or not. If I see weakness at that point, I told clients that I will inform them about me selling weekly and monthly calls, and also some puts as a hedge naturally. Because we're in a market that is basically gapping up, then going sideways, then gapping up, then going sideways, and following that pattern as of now. So it will be interesting to see where the Nifty and Banknifty will end up closing today, as the gap up does alter a lot of factors. Plus, today's expiry, and basically from this weekend is going to be a very long weekend. So there's a lot of which will have to be adjusted on both fronts, I would say. Now, I had said yesterday I'll be looking at Chemcon. Now, when I look at Chemcon, now Chemcon, if it were to break today's high, yesterday's high, then we will be heading towards 432. Now this zone, which is currently entering, I believe is a profit booking zone, and I most likely will book a bit of my profits. This is as I entered around 280, and so now if it breaks the high of yesterday, then we're going for 430, and I will book about 50% of my position somewhere around this zone, and then I look to add on the pullback. This is the move is rather sharp. So basically that is it on the indexes and stock fronts. Thank you for watching, and do like the video and subscribe to the channel.